Yes, start the live. Start the live, baby. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's start our live. YouTube is up and Instagram is up. All right. Okay. Just going to wait for you guys to come on. We're live. We are live, baby. We are live. What's up, State Line? My sound is good this time, bro. I double checked it, man. I double checked it. How are you, buddy? All right. We are live. We are live. Everyone's coming in. Here we go. Here we go. Got a couple things lined up. Some new current events happening. And got a nice little kind of way, a little bit of a different way I want to run this one today. Kind of the same thing, just with the content. A little bit slightly different, not too different. But we're live. Everything is looking good. And here we go. Welcome to your evening medication. All right. So I'm going to kick us off with a little bit of the White House briefing just to see what our lovely girl, Carolyn, was doing today. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, Steve. How are you?
I'll go ahead and play this while we're all kind of getting situated.
Glad you're so excited to see me today. Alrighty.
It looks like it should be back up right now, but not sure why it's choosing to do that. Lately it did that. That's the second time it's done that. Not sure why. I'm running it off of the craziest Mac you can get, so I don't know what the deal is with it. So Newsom, bro. It's Newsom, bro. He jacked us up. Bro. Okay, hopefully this will stay live. Let's try this again. Let's go. But yeah, shirt went over great. Everyone loved it. Not everyone, obviously.
Everybody, and happy Monday.
But here we go. Let's kick it off with Carolyn, and then we'll go from there.
Let's get to it, and we'll begin with a few scheduling announcements today. President Trump will be hosting the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney tomorrow for a working meeting here at the White House. On Thursday, the president will host his 8th cabinet meeting alongside his incredible team. Also on Thursday afternoon, President Trump will host the president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, for a working meeting here at the White House. The president also wanted me to relay his congratulations to Japan for electing their next prime minister, a highly respected person who also happens to be the first female to hold the position for our great ally. While President Trump continues to negotiate peace deals, meets with world leaders, and celebrates the 250th birthday of our United States Navy, as you saw he and the First Lady do just yesterday, Democrats, unfortunately, are continuing to play political games. And we are now in day 6 of the Democrat federal government shutdown. Millions of American federal workers are under enormous financial stress as a result, wondering how they will pay their bills and take care of their families. If the Democrats do not vote to open the government tonight, federal workers will not receive their next full paycheck. Additionally, the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children will run out of federal money very soon.
State Line says Trump got everyone triggered by Insurrection Act talk. Huh? Insurrection Act? What is that, bro? I got to pull that up. What is that? Huh.
This program provides vouchers to buy infant formula, fresh fruits and vegetables, and other healthy foods for low-income families. It can be easily fully funded if Democrats simply vote tonight to reopen the government. Also, our incredible military service members who risk their lives to preserve and defend our country are now working without pay and will miss their next paychecks if this Democrat shutdown does not end tonight. The Republican-backed clean and nonpartisan funding bill fully funds this important food aid program.
What's up, James? State line, what happened? Did I miss something? You said there's something about martial law, Insurrection Act. I'll pull that up after this. Let's see what she has to say, but that's interesting.
Gets our troops paid and reopens the government. So all of this begs the question, what is the Democrat ongoing shutdown truly about? The sad truth, we believe, is that the Democrats intentionally shut down the government and are inflicting this pain on American citizens to try and demand free health care for illegal aliens. Of course, this is an indefensible and truly radical policy to be in favor of, let alone to use as the primary reason to shut down the United States government. So the Democrats and their allies are desperately lying about their true motivations. We have to set the record straight with the facts so the American people understand what's really at play here. House Republicans passed a clean and nonpartisan funding bill to keep the government open. And
WWE politics. What's up, guys? Toilet seat theorist. What's up, Andre? Spamming the chat already. Haven't even gotten started and he's already spamming. That's bot. That's bot behavior, bro. That is bot behavior, bro. What is that? That is bot behavior, bro. So, guys, talking about this bill, I got a couple of reels here that I bookmarked. So let's see how these kind of play into this. So let's take a look at this right here. Hang on, let me get some Democratic sound on there. 1, 2.
You say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
Now, guys, this is NBC, so this is not Fox or right wing. This is a left wing media station, and everybody knows NBC is left wing. So let's listen to this again.
You say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
You do not use the threat of shutting down government to try to advance your policy agenda.
First thing that the House has to do is pass a clean 6-week CR.
A continuing resolution that is at the fiscal year 2023 levels is the only way forward.
You say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
You do.
So she's saying, you know, they basically were on the opposite side before, and now they're the ones doing it. So that's I think what's happening. That's why it might be a little confusing. I might have to ban toilet seat theorist. The U.S. can sustain its economic model as long as it's going to. Not toilet seat theorist. Sorry, Andre Alcantara. If you keep spamming the chat, I'm going to ban you. Just that's your final warning. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? And then I want to see what this, because these are very, very similar. Good evening, Random. What's up, buddy?
Let me ask you, because you say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
You do not use.
What's up, Jen? What's up? How you doing? By the way, holy crap, that's some hardcore spamming, LOL. Yeah, bro, dude totally spammed the chat. Jen, I already gave Andre Alcantara a warning, so if he does it again, if he's spamming in the chat, we'll just boot him.
The threat of shutting down government.
No Troll Monday, James. What's up? What up, dude? Oh, yeah. I already said hello. Yeah.
Government to try to advance your policy agenda.
First thing that the House has to do is pass a clean 6-week CR.
A continuing resolution that is at the fiscal year 2023 levels is the only way forward.
Why not fund the government and debate extending Obamacare tax credits after the fact? They don't expire till the end of the year.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He looks like a deer in the headlights. Yeah. Good old Hakeem. So anyway, that's, I guess, what is going on. So let's continue with our lovely Carolyn. Let's go.
And ensure our troops and other hardworking Americans are paid. Every single House Democrat except one voted against this clean and nonpartisan funding bill. Senate Republicans have subsequently
Is that John Fetterman? I wonder if it's Fetterman.
tried to pass this same clean funding bill 4 separate times, and they will do so again tonight. To fully pass it to be sent to the president's desk for signature, and the president is ready to sign this bill to reopen the government as soon as it is sent to his desk. Yet every single Senate Democrat except 3 have voted against this clean and nonpartisan funding bill. The Democrats' current position is that the only way the American government can reopen is if illegal aliens can get free health care. Don't take my word for it, just look at what's inside of the Democrats' proposal to reopen the government. Their funding proposal would result in nearly $200 billion spent on health care for illegal aliens and other non-citizens over the next decade. To put this in perspective, $200 billion is enough money to fund the entire children's health insurance program, which provides health insurance to low-income children and women. Under the Democrats' proposal, the millions of illegal aliens who improperly were granted asylum and paroled under the Biden administration would once again be allowed to receive Medicaid benefits. It does not end there. The Democrat proposal would also require Medicaid to pay more for emergency care provided to illegal aliens than it does for American patients who are disabled, elderly, or children. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. The Democrat Party has unfortunately closed our government, costing Americans their jobs, threatening our military readiness, harming our economy, and causing chaos, all to help the illegals who broke into our country.
Crazy. What's up, Josh? Welcome back. What's up, guys? No cash for bail for violent offenders. All right, so no cash bail. No cash bail. Let's go back and look at these numbers really quick because this is interesting. So this is what they're saying the Democrats want back in. And they want, let's see, Democrat continuing resolution spends nearly $200 billion on healthcare subsidies for illegal immigrants and non-citizens and other non-citizens. Ending Medicaid funding for most non-citizens. Ending enhanced FMAP for emergency care to illegal immigrants. $28 billion. Closing the California loophole. $34 billion. Ending Medicare funding for most non-citizens. $5 billion. California loophole, I believe, is one where they still give you your Medicare or Medicaid. I think it's Medicare, even if you make more than the top limit. So even if you make a bunch of money, you can still get the government subsidy. The government will still subsidize your Medicare. That's my understanding of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Ending Medicare, and I'm okay with being wrong. I'm not perfect. Ending Medicare funding for most non-citizens, ending Obamacare funding for most non-citizens, and repealing the Obamacare special rule. I don't know what that is for immigrants. So the big one here is ending Obamacare funding for most non-citizens is $91 billion. Personally, I would reopen the government, pass a budget that the majority agrees upon, and begin operating without the Democrats. If they want to stall and not work for the people, we do what we want. Random says, okay, look, everyone should be able to go to the emergency room if they actually need to, regardless of, I'm assuming he said, if they are here illegally. Only the emergency room, he says. So I think that's the $28 billion one on line 2. I believe. So he's for that. Yep. Yep. Okay. Got it. M, if only it worked that way. William M. Okay. Yep. So let me see. Do I agree with that? Yeah, the emergency room was a tough one. But isn't that where like they would just all go for anything if their other Medicare or their other subsidies were taken away? I don't know. I have to think about that. I have to give that a little bit of thought. Yeah, Paul Rodriguez agrees. He says emergency room, but that's it. No other shit. Yeah, I may agree, but I'm trying to think about it. If we said yes, put that back in, would they just go there for pretty much anything, everything? Oh, Random says yes, but if they had proper triage, it wouldn't matter. So you want them, so you want them with no access to ER. No, I think I agree with the ER. I'm just wondering how that would work, because I guess people just rush ER, and then would our ERs be flooded because they're there just for anything? That part I got to think about and kind of put some thought to that. So how are you going to staff it? Great question. I think that's kind of going along with what I was talking about. James says, it's ridiculous that we can't have just a basic call center for people to call and talk to a doctor and get a prescription. I agree, man. That's a good point. Without having to overpay for doctor's appointment. I agree with that. The Zoom calls, FaceTime. I mean, we're in 2025, guys. We're like doing all this crazy stuff with technology. And why can't we just do the phone call and move on with life? Why are we trying to make every single person going for everything they want to do? Like I went and I had my wrist broken when I did my wrist right here. I broke it when I went and did box jumps and slipped and fell off a 3-foot high box jumps. And every single time you want to go and do you have to go in there to do the consultation first, and then they can do this, and then they could do that, and I mean. So, yeah, I think there's a way to fix that. So there's all kinds of local clinics. They go to ER anyways. They're not required to give proper information. Joe Del Vecchio. Rhonda, you can go to an emergency room without any insurance, but it needs to be a true emergency. But that's the thing. I think emergencies get rushed for like anything. People just go to the emergency room because they have a sniffle. If they don't have other stuff, right? Derek says, finger broken, no ER. You're illegal, LOL. I have had over 25 broken bones. Damn, Random, what are you doing? Dirt biking or what are you doing, man? Holy cow. Triage, he says triage decides if it's an emergency. That is what triage is for. So what would they do if they were still in their country of origin? Another great question. California takes out my loans to pay for illegal immigration. Billions. I grew up with brittle bone disease. Ooh, okay. Okay. That sucks, bro. Sorry to hear that, man. Mike Hoochie's Harry. Mike Hoochie's Harry. Anyone who gets a hospital ends up. Anyone who goes to the hospital ends up paying for anyone who doesn't pay their medical bill. Yeah. So this is the stuff, guys. This is the stuff they want to take out. I'm sorry. This is the stuff they want to put back in. Nice. Solid, bro. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. But let's keep going. Carolyn Levitt, ladies and gentlemen.
Democrats in 2025 are for illegal aliens first and Americans last. This is the reality we are unfortunately facing right now in Washington, D.C. President Trump and Republicans will not give in to these radical demands. The president and Republicans have a sacred responsibility to serve and protect the interests of their constituents, the American people. That's why we are backing a clean and nonpartisan funding bill with no strings attached to reopen the government. Democrats should do what they did 13 separate times under Joe Biden and vote for this exact same type of funding bill. Now the Senate will vote tonight for the 5th time to reopen the government on the 6th day of this shutdown. All we need are an additional 5 Democrat senators to end this madness and vote for the clean funding bill to reopen the government.
Totally agree, James.
If you are an American watching at home right now, call your Democrat senators and tell them to do the right thing and end this shutdown. With that, I will take your questions. Here in our new media seat today, we have Elizabeth Mitchell from the Daily Signal. Elizabeth, thanks for being here, and please kick us off.
Thank you for having me. I have 2 questions. First, President Trump told reporters yesterday that firings of federal employees are...
I love how they do this. So if you guys are not aware of it, the White House has set up this chair right off to the side that this girl in the yellow jacket is in right now. So this chair that she's in is like kind of like people like, I guess, like me that are doing this type of media, so that we have a shot to get out there and ask questions if we want, because our viewers and people that we know, and so they're kind of paying respect to alternative media, which is becoming being watched way more than mainstream media now. So that's really cool. So they always have someone different in that chair, and they start off questions with that person in these press briefings, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna apply to go there one day. Would love to get approved. It'd be sick. Imagine we'll go out there. Your boy would be out there.
taking place right now.
With that,
I'm gonna go back to see what her question was, and I'm curious where she's from. Let me see.
Reopen the government. If you are an American watching at home right now, call your Democrat senators and tell them to do the right thing.
Alan says, "Why not 2 persons?" What does that mean? You mean the people that are in the chair? Is that what you meant? Yeah. Because they have all the rest of the media out there, but this person is like let's just say from a podcast or some type of online internet media, like what I'm doing with you guys now.
And end this shutdown. With that, I will take your questions. Here in our new media seat today, we have Elizabeth Mitchell from the Daily Signal.
Did you hear that? So I'll let her say that again so you guys can see. Yeah, Alan, basically, they didn't have to do this. They have a whole bunch of media that's like, been there for ages, and they fill up the whole room. And these are like MSNBCs and CNNs and Fox and all this stuff. And then they have one seat that they rotate every day. It's a different person from a different podcast or whatever that source is. So this is the source from Signal. Let's hear it again.
Day of this shutdown. All we need are an additional 5 Democrat senators to end this madness and vote for the clean funding bill to reopen the government. If you are an American watching at home right now, call your Democrat senators and tell them to do the right thing and end this shutdown.
Here we go, right here.
With that, I will take your questions. Here in our new media seat today, we have Elizabeth Mitchell from the Daily Signal. Elizabeth, thanks for being here, and please kick us off.
Thank you for having me. I have 2 questions. First, President Trump told reporters yesterday that firings of federal employees are taking place right now. In which departments have people already been fired from their federal jobs due to the shutdown?
The president was referring to the hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have been furloughed as a result of this federal government shutdown, both here at the White House and across the entire federal government, at agencies across the board. There are federal workers who are staying home. Many of them work in the White House. You know them.
Second term, second shutdown. There are other podcast journalists, but one gets a seat, so they aren't all just in the room. Thank you, Candy, for the clarification. And this one was from the new something Signal, so I want to pull it up just to see who she's, where she's from, and look at their account. We could see who they are, how many followers they have, and all that stuff. I'll pull it up right now. But yeah, there is one person that they rotate every day, and the cool thing is they start off with them every day. They get to choose your own media. Awesome. Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude. If you didn't know that, it's pretty cool. Why shut down? What happened? Syntax Slayer. The Democrats have not agreed to the proposal that's been given and the bill, and so they're the budget and all that. So they're not. So the government's closed. They shut down the government right now. So let me just pull this up again. Sorry guys if I'm going back. I just want to hear and see where this person's from.
With that, I will take your questions. Here in our new media seat today, we have Elizabeth Mitchell from the Daily Signal.
Daily Signal. Let's pull that up. Daily Signal. And this is the Daily Signal here. And this is, okay, these guys are, okay, let's see if they have a YouTube page. YouTube, here we go. All right, guys, here's the YouTube page for this girl that's asking questions. I mean, the girl that they're starting with. And you could see, let me make this bigger so you can see. Here they are, Daily Signal, 942,000 subscribers. They have 4,700 videos up. And if we take a look at the videos, maybe we'll see that girl here somewhere. What did she look like? Where is she at?
Elizabeth, thanks for being here, and please kick us off.
Thank you for having me. I have
Elizabeth. Okay. I don't see her. But anyway, let's keep going, guys.
2 questions. First, President Trump told reporters yesterday that firings of federal employees are taking place right now. In which departments have people already been fired from their federal jobs due to the shutdown?
The president was referring to the hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have been furloughed as a result of this federal government shutdown, both here at the White House and across the entire federal government, at agencies across the board. There are federal workers who are staying home. Many of them work in the White House. You know them. Some of them sit just behind me at those desks. They are unable to show up to work right now because the Democrats chose to shut the government down. And so we're already, unfortunately, seeing the consequence of this. And then, of course, the Office of Management and Budget is continuing to work with agencies on who, unfortunately, is going to have to be laid off if this shutdown continues.
And Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said the FDA was required by federal law to approve the new abortion pill last week. Is the administration considering steps to undo this in light of requests from pro-life Congress members and organizations?
I think Secretary Kennedy and the Department of Health and Human Services, as I addressed in the briefing last week, were following the law, and we will continue to do so. As I said last week as well, it's not an endorsement of this drug by any means. It's just a law that they were following. Jennifer.
We heard you say that one.
James, honestly, I was going to say the same thing like a couple seconds ago. Literally, I didn't even see your thing. Oh, man. Thank you, Josh. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. Thank you. Please, guys, subscribe. Please like. Please drop a comment, too, on the video. That would be great. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Maybe one day I can get up on there and go ask some questions. That'd be so cool. And then we are working to get JLP here also. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of blame. Honestly, I'm honestly, I'm not very happy with our House leader. He's been doing weird things. Are you talking about Hakeem? Or are you talking about Mike? Who are you talking about? Ooh, check it out, dude. Oh, super chat, bro. Thank you. All right, we can send these now. Yes, we can. Who is that? Is that Jen? Who? Oh, that's W? That's Jen. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yes. Hell yeah, guys. Yeah, we can do it now. I got monetized, so we can start doing this. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Love you, dude. Thank you. Yes. I couldn't see the name because it's like kind of small there for me on my end. Love it. Hell yeah. Sweet. Yeah, dude. James, I was gonna say she's hot, and I was gonna say, how many of you guys agree that she's hot? Awesome, Jen. You are amazing. Yes. Hell yeah. Good looking out. Hell yeah. Let's do that right there, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so dude, she's a solid 9 point. Random says she's a solid 9.4. Bro, she's great. Bro. And not just the look, like everything, and just the way she can handle, dude. She handles the room, dude. She handles it, man. I'm every time I watch, I'm just like, woo. Wait until she gets Mar-a-Lago. I don't know what that means. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
People to call their Democratic senators. Is the president calling Democratic senators himself? Can you say what he's doing today to resolve the shutdown?
Yep, I was just in the Oval Office. He was on the phone with Speaker Johnson. He's also spoken with the Senate Majority Leader.
Yes, sir. It's a total package 9.4. He says, who's the redhead? I'm still watching, and she's got. She's a yep. Trump's that. Okay, let's keep going.
Who are in touch with, of course, moderate Democrats and Democrats across the board, who we understand hopefully want to do the right thing by their constituents to reopen the government. So the president is being kept very well apprised of the ongoing shutdown on Capitol Hill. And of course, his position is very clear. There's nothing to negotiate, just reopen the government, and then we can talk about all the important issues facing our country.
So he hasn't called specific members of Congress?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Hold on, you guys looking at this here? Hold on, let me. Oh man, it went back.
And then on the Affordable Care Act, is he willing?
Hold on, who are you guys talking about? You guys talking about out here? Out here? Is that what you guys saying? Oh man. You guys talking about a redhead?
Willing to give more, to share more on what he'd like to negotiate on the Affordable Care Act?
Random says standing on the side. You mean by the door out here on the edge? Hello, James Henry. Love to see you. Medication, brother. LOL. It took me long enough to say something. LOL. Good to have you, Josh. You talking about this girl right here? Did we get a zoomed in look?
Later, is he willing to say specifically what he would like and when?
But look, the president is definitely committed to fixing and improving our healthcare system. You saw it again last week when he had one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world coming into the Oval Office and promising to lower drug prices by 200, 300, 100% in many cases for various types of drugs for American patients. That is a huge fix to a broken system that has been ripping off the American people for far too long. So the president's very committed to this. But right now, we need to reopen the federal government, and the president is remaining very firm in that position. Catherine.
She's from the Daily Wire.
If the vote fails in the Senate
Robert
today,
knows, bro. Robert's paying attention, bro. Robert's on his toes, dude. He says she's from the Daily Wire. We can pull it up then and see. Where are they releasing? When are they releasing the George? Here we go. Here we go.
the government, would that trigger
Here we
layoffs?
go.
Look, again, we hope that the vote will not fail because this administration wants to reopen the government. We don't want to see people laid off. But unfortunately, if this shutdown continues, layoffs are going to be an unfortunate consequence of that.
Is there a timing for when that would happen?
Well, look, we'll see how the vote goes tonight.
And can you confirm, is the White House floating a proposal to cap Obamacare?
Dude, there's a vote tonight. Where's this vote, bro? Let me see. What's happening with this vote? Is there a vote right now? I'll catch it live, dude, because they put, you know, they show us the House floor live. Where is the House floor? Is it, when are they voting? Senate floor as government continues. Where's the live, bro? This is not live. Streamed 3 hours ago. Okay, let's keep
their
going.
subsidies by denying them to new
Jen says, let's call Shifty Schiff. Yeah, Adam Schiff, bro. Shifty Schiff.
I have not seen a proposal like that.
Random says, George, when you fill out a job application. Oh my God, bro. Here we go. I love it, dude.
Emily.
Thanks, Caroline. The president said yesterday he was considering a phase 2 approach to Venezuela. Is the president considering U.S. boots on the ground or any kind of support of overthrowing Maduro?
I won't get into any specific proposals that are being considered by the president and his national security team, but I think we've been pretty transparent and clear in the administration's view of the illegitimate Maduro regime, and the president has taken very unprecedented, tough action to end the illegal trafficking of illicit drugs into our country from Maduro's illegitimate regime.
Caroline.
Danny, go ahead.
Thanks, Caroline. The French government has collapsed again.
Well, again, I'm totally spacing on this side. Truth is saying he's drooling, wailing, and his teeth chattering. Buddy's down bad. Oh man, teeth chatter. What are you guys talking about over here, bro? I totally neglected you guys on the Instagram side. Still waiting on dude to get locked up, but they should have enough evidence. Let's see what's going on here. One of my girls. Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure. Okay. I'm not gay, right on. Mike Johnson. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Totally spaced on that chat.
Yeah, fourth time in a year.
At some point, I got to find a way to combine these chats. And I think there is a way, but Instagram has a difficult setup there.
Yeah. And I was just wondering if there's any concern in the White House about the kind of ongoing political crisis there. Any thought about whether the President Trump's good friend, President Macron, should either call elections or even resign over that?
Well, I can tell you the White House and the National Security Council are very much aware of this situation, but I think it would be imprudent of me to weigh in on French internal politics from the podium, so I will reserve comment on that. Behind you, yes.
What is...
Robert, is that the girl you guys are talking about from Daily Wire? Mary Margaret Olohan? Is that what that is? Mary Margaret Olohan? Is that the girl? Should I pull it up? I mean, boys will be boys. Mary Margaret Olohan. Reporter. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, Robert's on it, bro. Look at him. Let's see. Mary Margaret Olohan. Here we go. Let's see, bro. Here we go. What are we thinking here, guys? Random's like, yes, her. Wow. Muy bien. Está bien. Random says 8.1. All right.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh, smart as a whip too. I like the Random says I like the dark hair. Random likes the brunettes. Is that what's happening right there? Dude, is that it? Let's see. Do we have some more let's see here, bro. Let's do some scrolling. She's not in Sports Illustrated, is she, by chance? State line. A state line. Oot. Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. She's not on. Robert knows. He says, nope. She's not in Sports Illustrated. Dang it. Man. Let's see. Uh-oh. There was a dude in one of those pictures. Way too classy for that, huh? I'll be the judge of that. All right. So I think this is probably the best picture I can find. I mean, there is this one. But I think a lot of you guys would agree this is probably the better one right here. right here. Right? Sunset is joining us again. It's all good. It's all good. All right. All right. All right. Come on. Come on. Someone says, James, and it's our third James of the night, says, I wish Jordan Peterson was a great man. I studied psychology because of him. Then I realized he wasn't all he said he was. I don't know. I've watched hours of Jordan Peterson, and wow. Love the guy. And I'm super bummed out that he's sick right now. James says, why are we looking at pictures of this woman? Creepy, no?
Beta male. Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male.
Come on, James.
Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male. Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male. So you a gay?
Come on, James.
So you a gay? How did you become gay? Beta.
Oh man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Carolyn got us worked up. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
President Trump's expectations for talks today and I guess this week in Egypt. And is there a new timeline that the president is giving all sides to reach an agreement?
Yes, there are technical talks happening right now in Egypt amongst Special Envoy Witkoff and Mr. Kushner, as well as their respective parties from all sides.
My TV is absolutely right, sir. W my TV, bro. Worked into a froth. Yes, sir. Oh, Walmart, bro. Dang. Did it lock it up? Uh-oh.
What we saw take place on Friday, and I have not commented on that from the podium.
State Line says that gay button all day.
How did you become gay? I didn't know you were gay. How did you become gay? That's amazing.
Oh, man.
Are you out of your cotton picking mind?
Yet is truly remarkable. You've seen all sides of this conflict agree that this war needs to end and agree to the 20-point framework that President Trump proposed. It's an incredible achievement, and the administration is working very hard to move the ball forward as quickly as we can. The president wants to see a ceasefire. He wants to see the hostages released, and the technical teams are discussing that as we speak to ensure that the environment is perfect to release those hostages. They're going over the lists of both the Israeli hostages and also the political prisoners who will be released, and those talks are underway, and the president is very much on the ball and is being apprised of this situation.
The president has given a Sunday evening deadline. Obviously, the negotiations have extended that, I imagine. What is that new deadline? Does the president have a time frame in mind to see this phase implemented?
State Line, I haven't set that up yet. I have all the info saved. I'm gonna program it when I'm done with this stream.
Well, the Sunday evening deadline was to hear back from Hamas on the proposal one way or another. And of course, on Friday, Hamas put out a very clear statement in the president's view that they accept the president's framework, and that's why those technical talks are now underway. But again, we want to move very quickly on this, and the president wants to see the hostages released as soon as possible. Steve.
Expect those technical talks to last, Caroline?
I don't want to draw a red line up here, Steve. Of course, it's very important, as I just mentioned, that we get this done quickly. That's how the president's team feels, so we can get some momentum, get the hostages out, and then move to the next part of this, which is really ensuring that we can create a lasting and durable peace in Gaza and ensure that Gaza is a place that no longer threatens the security of Israel or the United States.
What do you expect to be on the agenda for the president's meeting with the Prime Minister of Canada tomorrow?
I'm sure trade will be a topic of discussion tomorrow and all of the other issues that are facing both Canada and the United States. I know the president looks forward to having that discussion with Carney in the Oval Office. Caitlin.
Thanks, Caroline. I have two questions. On the layoff of
Jesse Lee Peterson's got 14 buttons now, bro. I got 5 pages. Each page has 8 buttons. So that's 40 buttons. JLP's got 14 of them. Dude, he's our favorite, bro. I mean, I got this. Here's here.
The great white hope. A feminine man is a weak man because he's a woman. He's a beta.
No, he's not, Jesse.
Yeah, he's a beta.
No, he's not.
He is a beta.
That's one of my favorite ones, bro. That is so good.
Did you feel like a beta male when she made a joke about you being triggered?
Are you out of your cotton picking mind?
Oh man.
You are a Trump hater. And you're a beta male. You are a Trump hater. And you're a beta male.
No. Even the no in the no.
Beta male. Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male. That's a lie. So you're gay? I didn't know you were gay. How did you become gay?
That's amazing.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. You need the Jim Carrey statistics one. If you ever seen Fun with Dick and Jane, Jim Carrey statistics one. Jim Carrey. I'm not even gonna get rid of her. I'm gonna leave her there. Jim Carrey statistics. I'll pull it up and I'll look at that one. I'll pull that one up. I don't know which one you're talking about. I gotta pull that up. Is it this?
Wow. Never actually had makeup on. I'm happy for you. Hi. Hi. We're considerable shell company. Something like that would be. Hi, Ralph. Leverage our any and all documentation.
I want you to hit me.
Frank. What about the other employee?
Let me know. I gotta find it, but we'll find that one later. He stutters when he's caught with a question he can't answer. Is it on this clip somewhere?
There's also talk of some of the Globaldyne portfolio documents being subpoenaed, specifically those of your CFO, Frank Bascom. And now, joining us with his insights is presidential hopeful Ralph Nader.
Really? Hi, Ralph. And we've been more than any and all transparent.
I believe that corporations
know where you're getting your statistics.
I
can only say that, in my estimation, Globaldyne is completely transparent. That you're getting
richer. You are a disgrace.
Ralph, I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
That clip right there, or I'll save that, bro. I'll save that one too. Hell yeah, that one's right there, and we'll get that one dialed in. Hell yeah. All right.
Federal workers, potentially. The president said yesterday that Democrats will be to blame if federal workers lose their jobs. Historically, though, in past shutdowns, workers have been furloughed, but they have not been laid off en masse. So wouldn't that be the president's call to lay people off?
As I've said repeatedly, Caitlin, this conversation about layoffs would not be happening right now if the Democrats did not vote to shut the government down. And as I also said last briefing as well, we are $37 trillion in debt, and the government is not receiving any cash. So someone has to look at the balance sheet and be good stewards of the American taxpayer dollar. And layoffs are an unfortunate consequence of that.
First term, for example.
Well, as I'm telling you now, this administration is focusing on checking the balance sheet and ensuring we're doing the right thing by the American taxpayer. And again, these conversations about layoffs would not be happening in the White House today if not for the Democrat shutdown. And they have a choice to change that. They have another opportunity tonight to do the right thing to reopen the government. Joey.
Judge over the weekend. Sorry, my second question. A federal judge over the weekend that the president had appointed to the bench in his first term in office basically argued that he could not deploy other states' National Guards to Portland. Basically said that it was untethered, his argument, to what is actually happening on the ground. Which local officials in Portland have said that the National
Is that her though? Is that, sorry to keep going back to this, but is that Mary Margaret Olohan back here in the corner? Is that her? All the way back here? Let me make this bigger. Is that her right here? Oh, no. I'm sorry. She's right here. Right here. Man, I'm tripping. I am
National Guard is
my bad. She is right here, right here. She's looking down on her phone right now. Yeah. Oh man. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Got it. Got it. Okay.
needed there.
With all due respect to that judge, I think her opinion is untethered in reality and in the law. The president is using his authority as commander-in-chief, U.S. Code 12406, which clearly states that the president has the right to call up the National Guard in cases where he deems it's appropriate. And if you look at what has happened in Portland, Oregon, for more than 100 nights, I was talking to our law enforcement team about it this morning, for more than 100 days, night after night after night, the ICE facility has been really under siege by these anarchists outside. They have been disrespecting law enforcement. They've been inciting violence. We saw, again, a guillotine rolled out in front of this federal building. And so the president wants to ensure that our federal buildings and our assets are protected. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. And ultimately, in the case in Los Angeles, that judge ruled in the Ninth Circuit, that panel of judges ruled that those troops could remain and that the president was well within his authority to do so. So we are appealing that decision. As you know, we expect a hearing on it pretty quickly, and we're very confident in the president's legal authority to do this, and we're very confident we will win on the merits of the law.
But no local officials that you can.
Yep. Yep. Most are. Yep. So I thought about it today. Do you think it'd be worth it for me to go to Oregon, and go to Portland where all this is going down with my live streaming kit, go on the streets live? I was thinking about doing it and I kind of got an itch, but I'm like, am I gonna see anything go down? I'll probably get to see like protesters and go talk to protesters. No, random. I shouldn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. It isn't worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's not, bro. I don't know. State Line says, "Now that's how the contractor offered. We're coming in here too. We can build a roll around you. Yeah, we're gonna start breaking down the oath and law." You will probably end up in a scuffle. Random, you're right, man. Because I won't. I'm not gonna put up with anything. When I watch those other guys out there, I'm like, dude, man, I wish I was there. And it's probably a good thing I'm not. You're probably right. Yeah. The whole city is woked up. I wouldn't advise anyone going to Portland. Too much violence. Yeah, Virginia, you're probably right. I give you pointers on nearby economic stays and visit. Okay. You will just be assaulted and then arrested for defending yourself. Yeah. Get a hold of JD Delay. Antifa surrounded him and he was just asking questions. You'd need security. Yeah. State Line says, do it. Bring bear spray. That's the other thing, bro. Do I take some bear spray? Walk around with a couple doses of fistful of bear spray. Bear spray. Just don't bring up Trump or you'll definitely need to use it. You'd get jumped by a group of soy boys. I'd drive down and go with you. Yeah, dude. I wish, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get the itch, bro. I get the itch and I want to do it because I watch these other guys and I'm like, man, if I was there with you, oh. least 3 to 4 guys, and they better know how to throw down. Because if you don't know how to throw down and it's 3-4, I'll still take 3-4. No problem. Yeah. So that's just how. I mean, I just I grew up just not backing down from anybody, bro. Like I just always had that. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. State line says, I need to get the hell out of Illinois. Jeez, bro. We're both in some crazy blue states, bro. Yep. 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 All right. Well, let's keep going.
Some of whom we'll be inviting to the White House very soon to share their stories, because they have been in the middle of these riots and they have witnessed the anarchy that is taking place night after night. It's on video. You should play it on your show. You have a great opportunity on prime time on CNN to show your audience. Yeah, but you're probably talking to partisan Democrat officials who are opposed to everything this president does. You should also ask the people who live in Portland. We've actually heard from many members of the community who have said that this is complete civil disobedience. It's a mess. It's been loud. It's been troubling for neighbors in the community who are just trying to live peacefully. And these people are not there to peacefully protest. They are there to cause mayhem and havoc.
Yeah, Caroline.
Steven, go ahead.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions. First, do you have a reaction to
Dude,
reports
she said that
thousands
really
of
well.
Cuban troops
I love how Carolyn just handled that CNN reporter. Here, let me play that one more time. That was good, dude. I like
for
that.
yourself, because there's been Portland, Oregon for
what's actually happening on the ground. Which
Let's
local
listen to her question first. Here's her question.
States National Guards to Portland, basically said that it was untethered, his argument, to what is actually happening on the ground. Which local officials in Portland have said that the National Guard is needed there?
With all due respect to that judge, I think her opinion is untethered in reality and in the law. The president is using his authority as Commander-in-Chief, U.S. Code 12406, which clearly states that the president has the right to call up the National Guard in cases where he deems it's appropriate. And if you look at what has happened in Portland, Oregon, for more than 100 nights, I was talking to our law enforcement team about it this morning, for more than 100 days, night after night after night, the ICE facility has been really under siege by these anarchists outside. They have been disrespecting law enforcement. They've been inciting violence. We saw, again, a guillotine rolled out in front of this federal building. And so the president wants to ensure that our federal buildings and our assets.
She's right. They literally rolled out a guillotine, dude. Like it's like they're out of control. But the way she answers the rest of this question, I love. Listen to this.
Are protected. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. And ultimately, in the case in Los Angeles, that judge ruled in the Ninth Circuit, that panel of judges ruled that those troops could remain and that the president was well within his authority to do so. So we are appealing that decision. As you know, we expect a hearing on it pretty quickly. And we're very confident in the president's legal authority to do this. And we're very confident we will win on the merits of the law.
But no local officials that you can point to that have said we need the National Guard? Because I spoke to the police chief of Portland last week. He said that the president's claims just don't match up with what's happening on the ground.
I would encourage you as a reporter to go on the ground and to take a look at it for yourself, because there's been many members of the press, not press in this room, but independent journalists, some of whom we'll be inviting to the White House very soon to share their stories, because they have been in the middle of these riots and they have witnessed the anarchy that is taking place night after night. It's on video. You should play it on your show. You have a great opportunity on prime time on CNN to show your audience. Yeah, but you're probably talking to partisan Democrat officials who are opposed to everything this president does. You should also ask the people who live in Portland. We've actually heard from many members of the community who have said that this is complete civil disobedience. It's a mess. It's been loud. It's been troubling for neighbors in the community who are just trying to live peacefully. And these people are not there to peacefully protest. They are there to cause mayhem and havoc.
Yeah, Caroline.
Steven, go ahead.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions. First, do you have a reaction to reports that thousands of Cuban troops are deployed alongside Russia fighting in Ukraine? And on a very different matter, the president last week floated in an interview with our colleague Daniel from One America a rebate for tariffs of up to 2.
But dude, guys, I gotta go back and say, dude, I love how you got Carolyn Levitt telling I forgot the CNN reporter's name. This girl right here. This girl, of course, she's talking to only partisan Democrat people when she's asking her questions. But when these two go at it and Carolyn puts her in her place, bro, dude, I love to see that. It's so good. It is so good. But I forgot her name. But she's hot too. We have to admit. I mean, with you know, with all things said, you know, in the end, it is what it is. But Carolyn does it, dude. Carolyn does it.
$2,000 per person. Is that plan contingent on the Supreme Court's?
I'm going to check the white balance on my camera because I'm kind of orange looking, but I did do a 30-minute sauna session. So that usually makes me kind of like pink for a little while. So I'm going to check it out. Here we go.
Coming ruling on the legality of the tariffs, and is the White House preparing for legislation to make that happen?
Sure. On the first point, I have not seen that report, Stephen, but I'll check in with our national security team after this and we'll get you an update. To your second point about the tariff rebates, I think it's an idea that the president has discussed and floated.
I think it's a little better, but I think I'm still a little pink from the sauna, dude. Holy cow.
Floated with his team of advisors, but no decision has been firmly made at this point in time. Why don't we go to the back?
Random says, yes, just you. Yeah, it is me, bro. Oh, man.
Owen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A few days ago, President Trump demanded Jay Jones of Virginia get out of the race for condoning political violence in a text message against a Republican politician a few years ago. He hasn't left the race. He hasn't dropped out. What's the president's reaction?
Well, as you know, I'm not at liberty to discuss political races from the podium. I think the president himself made his position very clear, and I think anyone could agree the messages that were sent by this Democrat nominee for Attorney General in Virginia.
Payne says Lion Levitt.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Are you out of your cotton picking mind?
That's Hottie, Carolyn, bro. Not Lion. Hottie, Carolyn.
Are really shocking, alarming, and completely unacceptable. He was threatening to kill his opponent.
No, State Line, it's not Rachel Maddow. It's definitely not Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow looks like a guy.
Opponent and his opponent's children, and that type of rhetoric has zero place in our country, and the president was absolutely right to condemn that.
One more, please.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. The Democrats have questioned and scrutinized the president's comments about using potentially the military, American cities, as training grounds for the military. And when you look at Portland, Chicago, local and state officials say that their local law enforcement is able to handle the situations, these protests on the ground. The president says that Portland is burning, using that as justification for the National Guard in Portland. But when you look here in Washington, D.C., the president just last week said it is now a completely safe city, and there are still National Guard members on the streets that are not involved in ICE activities. Can you provide the justification for the White House here in Washington, D.C., why the National Guard members continue to be out on the streets?
Richard says Richard Edwards is a beta, and he says the press secretary has perfected lies. Please explain instead of just saying that she's lying. Tell us what she's lying about. Let's talk about it.
Because Washington, D.C. has invited the National Guard here. Why? Because the mayor is doing the right thing, unlike mayors in other cities like Portland, as Caitlin and others have pointed out, who refuse to see that there are positive results from when local law enforcement works with federal law enforcement to do the right thing on behalf of their citizens. And Washington, D.C. is no doubt a safer city right now today than it was a few months ago when President Trump started this initiative to make D.C. safe again. And the National Guard is still here because the president and the mayor agree that it's a good thing for the city. Just like you're seeing in Memphis, for instance. We'll have National Guard deployed to Memphis. We have federal agents who are on the ground working with state and local law enforcement. The state police in Tennessee are part of this effort. The local metropolitan police in Memphis are part of this effort. State and local law enforcement and federal law enforcement should be working together. And it's a shame that we see in some cities across the country that their mayors are just simply refusing to cooperate because they don't like
Fucking random is funny, bro. If it tongue bunked in the fart box. Fucking random, bro. Oh my God, dude. Truth is right. The problem with a big problem with Portland is drugs and homeless, dude, because they allow for the just craziness, the nonsense. You know, they created a hub for that.
Donald Trump. And that's what this boils down to. And I don't think any American would disagree that Chicago needs more law enforcement reinforcements, that they need more resources. Look at this headline from over the weekend. At least 30 people shot during the weekend in Democrat-run Chicago. 5 of them were killed in one weekend. This is completely unacceptable, and the president wants to make American cities safer, and he's willing to work with anyone to do it.
If the courts allow you to ultimately send in the National Guard into Chicago and Portland, do Democrats not have reason to be concerned that there are long-term plans by this administration to keep U.S. military or the National Guard in American cities?
We got another one. Richard Edwards. That's easy. She lies about everything. So tell us one lie.
Beta.
Because what you're saying.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Beta male.
Like what we're seeing here in Washington.
Why should they be concerned about the federal government offering help to make their cities a safer place? They should be concerned about this. They should be concerned about the fact that people in their cities right now are being gunned down every single night. And the president, all he's trying to do is fix it. And there has been a complete smear campaign by the Democrats and the media, quite frankly. I was reading Political Playbook this morning, one of the most inside the Beltway newsletters you can find. And you guys are framing this like the president wants to take over the American cities with the military. The president wants to help these local leaders who have been completely ineffective in securing their own cities. And we have already seen there's a positive formula for that. Look at Washington, D.C. The murder rate has declined significantly. Our streets are safer. People who live here feel safer. All of you in this room, I know you do. You just won't admit it. And it's a proven system.
Yep. She called it. I know you do, but you don't. I know you do, but you won't admit it.
That works, and the president wants to make America's cities safe again. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Michael.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions, if I may.
Because the mayor wants them. Michael.
These talks in Egypt, if Hamas does agree to relinquish power and give it up, cede power to this transitional technocratic government, if that does happen,
you guys are talking about prices. The prices are roughly about the same. Some things are down. Gas is down. Definitely the thing that was the hot button for all the Democrats leading up to the election were eggs. The price of eggs are down. Now, the most important thing though, is inflation. Inflation has gotten locked into a good place, a low number, way lower than 2-3 years ago, and Trump has done a lot of things to bolster it, to keep it there. Now, when you have inflation low, then that will take time to have effect on a lot of other things. And also to make your money more valuable, so when you go to spend it, things aren't as expensive.
Then recognize a Palestinian state.
Look, I don't want to get ahead of the technical talks right now, Michael. They're extremely sensitive. They're taking place again as
Juliet Gonzalez says, not in California, gas is high. Juliet, gas in California is always higher than everywhere else in the country. Give or take a few little tiny islands in the country. But the gas, even though it's high in California and higher than the rest of the country, it's still lower than what it was under Biden. Our gas, I'm in Southern California, born and raised, our gas is lower. Still, it's higher than the rest of the country, but it's lower now. Our gas is lower.
As we speak, and there's a lot of, there's many things to discuss, of course. This is, hopefully, we expect and we hope going to be one of the greatest peace deals this world has ever seen. And the Trump administration is working diligently and working very hard to get there. And as I said, Friday, all terms agreed. We have the Arab countries who are working with us. Of course, Israel has been incredible in cooperating with the president's plan and agreeing to it. and we're very hopeful, and we expect that to continue.
You tweeted about this
Sure,
over the
go ahead.
weekend.
Thank you. I was going to you in the blue shirt and tie.
Thank you,
Yes,
Caroline.
you're
John
welcome.
Michael, the Daily Mail. Today, the Supreme Court declined to hear Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal. Will Trump rule out granting her clemency? Is that something the White House is considering?
It's not something I've heard discussed, and we don't comment on clemency requests that may or may not have been made, but I'm certainly not tracking that one at this point in time.
Caroline.
Jordan, go ahead.
Thank you, Caroline. So we're talking about these radical groups in Portland and Chicago. I know the president has spoken about potentially going after George Soros with RICO charges and for funding all of this violence. Has there been any update on that? And also, is the administration looking into the other nonprofits, maybe taking away their 501c3 status for funding this violence? And one more question.
Sure. The financial backing of these groups, particularly Antifa, is certainly something the administration is looking into aggressively. And the federal government has never really been mobilized or tasked with doing that. So we're kind of kickstarting that into gear. The FBI is working on it alongside the White House's Homeland Security Task Force. We have our intelligence community looking into this as well. And even the Secretary of Treasury is involved with these matters since they are financial in nature. And we will continue to get to the bottom of who is funding these organizations in this organized anarchy against our country and our government. It's a question the American people have been begging the answer for many years, and we're committed to uncovering it. And when we do, I'm sure you'll be one of the first people to know.
Separately,
Jonathan.
Caroline.
Thank you. So Gaza, under the president's plan, is going to be governed by a transitional governance of a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee made up of qualified Palestinians and international experts. Now, given how radicalized the Palestinian population is in Gaza and in the West Bank, can you offer some insight or guidance into who are some of these Palestinians that are going to be considered for leadership roles in Gaza, and where you're going to be finding them, and do you have any names?
We're not quite there yet, Jonathan. The president believes peace is possible in Gaza, and that's why he presented this detailed and comprehensive plan. The first step of that is securing a ceasefire and releasing the hostages, and then those conversations about ensuring a durable and lasting peace can continue. But what do you need to have peace in a region like Gaza that's been war-torn for far too long? You need security guarantees, and you need
I just pulled up some numbers for gas in California just so you guys can see. It is, depending on the month, it is down. And I don't know exactly where these numbers are from, but these are gas prices in California from last year till this year. So you can see it's kind of the same, but it is lower by 20 cents-ish. Sometimes more. Like, for example, in May, it's probably 40 cents lower, but it's lower across every month in this in this little comparison. Not sure exactly where this is or where they get the numbers, but that's what I'm seeing on this page right here.
good governance. And so those will be two of the priorities that this administration is focused on.
If I may, the president has said he wants the government to reopen this week in a deal. What's going to happen by the end of the week if there's no deal? What's the White House prepared to do?
With no deal with what?
To reopen the government.
Look, as I said, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of pain inflicted. There already is on the American public, on our troops who are not being paid, again, on women and young children who depend on critical food assistance. We hate to see this. And in fact, the Office of Management and Budget is trying to do everything they can to find funds to get out the door for these vulnerable populations in our country. Again, we shouldn't be having to do that. The Democrats have a chance to change course tonight. I believe the vote's taking place at 6:30, and we urge Democrat senators to vote to reopen the government and to do the right
6:30
thing. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Eric. Eric popped in the chat.
Beta male.
Trump supporters are even now growing beards like Muslims. Thank you, Eric. Did you like my beard? Are you jealous, bro? Can you not grow one? You like that? How's that? How's the side angle for you, bro? How's that right there? Is that good? Is that good right there? Quick tip, Eric, if you can grow a beard, use a double-edged razor. That's a great way to get it lined up real nice. And you too can have a lovely beard one day. Is it clean? Did I do a good job on it? Is it lined up for you? Is it good? Oh, Eric. It isn't Muslim. Is it Amish? Eric says, you do have a nice beard. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. It's getting pretty. I thought he was gonna say it's getting pretty gray. It's getting pretty gray. A little patchy, but you're getting there. It's not patchy, it's just white. It's got white patches, so it looks patchy. It was looking great not too long ago until the white came in, bro. Damn, dude. At least the hair is still black. The hair is not white yet. A little bit of white here and there. Man. But use a double-edged razor. You want to see what one looks like? I'm going to make some men out of you guys. All right, here we go. This is what you want to use. This is a dual-edged razor right here. Let me go like this and go like this. This is a dual-edged razor. And don't buy this one because this one's $1,000. But you can find them for $29. And these are really the best way to shave. It's a little OG. I think this is how... I'm guessing people like Al Capone and these guys back in the day were shaving. I know my dad's dad was shaving like this. But this is, so basically let me do this. You know what? Let me go like this. And then that way my face will be out of it so you can see this. You see this? You open this up, you unscrew this bad boy right here. You take this off. And then you take this. Look at how this is pure silver. That's why it's so expensive, bro. This thing's crazy. I went nuts on this thing. But you can see how clean it is when I get this thing real nice and clean. Then you take this off, and that's where the razor is underneath. So, and that's one of those dual edge. That's called a dual edge razor right there. I think you can kind of get it right there. Anyway, so you take that. You basically just put this thing back on and bam, like that. And you screw this on like this. And that's how you swap them. And these razors, they last longer and they're just a precision. They're a precision cut. And dude, you just put it right here and boom, 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 and you're done. Gonna make some men out of you guys, bro. And that's what makes a man, Eric. That's what makes a man, buddy. You're getting it. You're getting there, bro. Little by little. One day at a time. We'll get you there, bro. Just tune in, subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment. Comments help too. Right, Jen? Comments help too. State Line says, I use single blade, less mess, cheaper to replace. Single blade. Are you talking about the ones that are like these dual edge razors, but they're singles? That's even more gangster, bro. I cut myself with those. Those things are tough. Scarlett says we pay $2.60 for gas in Massachusetts. Man, that'd be sweet. I like my gas cars. I got two gas cars, 2 sports cars that guzzle gas, and I mean, it is what I don't really care. It is what it is. Whatever the gas is, I pay for. I don't even look at the prices. But hey, that's half the price of our gas. 260 is literally half of our gas. Max says, "Yo, medication. You should ask Pickles Egg to do a collab together. He's a liberal idiot, and I'd love to see the convo together." That's interesting. I don't know who that is. It's actually the same one you use. I always call it a single since it's a razor blade. It's just a razor. Yeah, they're called dual edge razors. Awesome, bro. Yeah, that's how you do it. Let's see. Let's copy this guy's name and look him up. Thanks for the tip. Cool, man. I'm on my way. I don't know where he's going. I have a cheap version of that razor. Random says you can get a 5-pack of those razors for $2. That's right, buddy. You really can, and they last a long time. Let me copy this screen name, Pickle Eggs. Hey Mac, we're back. Welcome back. You know what? I will subscribe. Thank you, Eric. W Eric, bro. W Eric. Arlo Venturi says liberal idiot is kind of like wet water. Arlo, buddy. Arlo's onto something, guys. This is pickle eggs or pickles GGs. Oh, does he play? Does he also play? I like to play Clash. Hopefully he plays Clash. Let's see. Let's look him up. Where is my boy calling? Mac. It's GG's. Like good game. Yeah. I figured GG's. Was it you, Mac, that was telling me about it? Mac. He's on right now, and he's saying some absolutely ridiculous shit right now. GG's, good game. Yeah. He's live right now. Okay, so this is Pickle Eggs. Where is he live? I'll talk to him. Is this his tattoo? That looks like a stick-on. He says right here, neck tattoo already has a healing tape on top, so it's not so it's wrinkled. Okay, got it. Ohio Rizzer, can you see those razors in the deep south? Know what I mean? No. Why is there so much hate on liberals ever since Trumpism? I don't ever remember so much hatred going towards conservatives in any era. Where is this guy live? Pickle Eggs. Is he live on like I hate hitting links, dude. Okay, so he's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Here's his YouTube. Oh, he is live. He's got 16K subscribers. He's currently live. Should we take a look at his live, guys? See what this guy's talking about? Oh, that's not him? It is him, bro. This is him, dude, right here. This is Pickles GG's. If he plays Clash Royale, I'll play him live right now, dude. But I'll also debate him. I'll also talk to him. I'll love to. Let's take a look at his stream real quick. Quick peek.
Point, put Republican and Democrats far away that they were.
Oh, it says first. Trump sucks. Debate
Basically, I think there's
should I jump in his chat?
Ground between the two sides, and I think that.
Bro, I'm live.
Since Trump presidency to now, I think it's gone way farther than it was at first. So, do you think you're helping? I know that most of you think that it's a way of educating people, but the way I see it, it's putting people way farther than they were before.
So I don't attribute at all what I do as divisive. I think that I've even managed to become friendly with a lot of conservatives that watch my channel. I even have conservative supporters. I think them up, when we talk about it, like in a channel like mine or Dean
his
or
dog's
Parker,
name
they
is
have
Pickles.
like a few million followers. Trump gets 70 times that just anytime he picks up
Should I do like a should I do a super chat and tell him to debate me?
A microphone,
Ooh, this
and
is getting
it
fun,
starts
bro.
at the top. So
This is getting fun.
I think the division is much more easily seen when you just see what Trump says. Like they're having abortions 2 weeks after birth.
Random says perfectly clean Carhartt hat poser. I want one of those. You'd lose. Oh, he says you'd lose. Ooh, he's egging me on, dude. He's egging me on. Let's see. Is anybody responding? Where is my chat? I dropped him. Okay. Okay. So he's got a Discord that he's using, and but I could, you know, what would be trippy is to have his live on my live, and he could put my live on his live, bro. We could just literally do what I'm doing right now, and I could talk to him on this live. Trump said deploy NG troops to Arrowhead Stadium. The liberal hate is a bit much, but I find it funny. I might be different because I have friends who are conservative and friends who are liberal, and surprised we get along. Ask him how he feels about the Proud Boys. Difference is he doesn't troll you. Difference is he doesn't troll you. Not sure what that means. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Come on. Let me put his sound back.
Yeah.
And right now, the way I see it going is he's able to dividing way
Mac, what's
further
up, bro?
than it was before, and I think
Don't
that
give him too
everybody
much
is
credit,
picking
LO. I
on
don't think
the
he'd
same
know
thing
what
that
to how to do
Republicans
that.
are idiot,
Okay.
and
Maybe not, bro. Maybe
for
not.
supporting him.
Oh,
so,
they're hitting me up.
They're
hitting me up.
by acting this way.
Let me see what he's saying. Hold on, let me mute him. Okay. I hit him up. I said, "Pickle, let's chat." My live and okay. Argent is PR Medi Pickles attention order. Pickles phone guest, TikTok chat, YouTube, super chats allowed. Alex says medication. I think he only does it on TikTok. I don't think he even sees YouTube comments. Oh. Yeah, I got banned on TikTok for absolutely doing nothing wrong whatsoever. So I just decided I don't need to go on TikTok anymore. So you guys might be right. He's on TikTok. Okay. He's not even on YouTube. Damn, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Okay, he sounds like he's a Russian propaganda man. Yeah, he's live on YouTube. It'd be sweet if he could get on and debate me. I'd love. Ask him what literally, bro. Literally. Ask him what a woman is. That will lock up any liberal. They'll be jammed up. They'll be deer in the headlights, bro. Excuse me. Can you tell me what is a woman?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Nah, brother. I'm more of a middle ground supporter, if I would say so myself. I don't support either side. I believe that what's the chances that the most powerful country in the world would transfer power over every 4 years? It don't seem possible, just from a logical standpoint, if I'm being
Maybe
real
if I
with
at him.
So you're just saying it's only a matter of time before somebody took it?
I believe it's just a deep state. I believe that I believe that this whole thing is what's the right word? A play, just for us to be entertained. It's like keeping the peasants entertained with Rome. Like, you don't really
I think there's too many people working on the inside that have not been
I just
seemed
hit
to be
him up.
disrupted until something like Trump came along. So like RFK, like the whole
did he
HHS,
say?
people just like getting up and leaving their jobs, or people just like leaving their jobs in the federal government, or just getting fired. I feel like this is the first.
Transfer power over every 4 years.
Hold on, let's listen to what he just
It
said.
don't seem possible just from a logical standpoint, if I'm being real with you.
So you're just saying it's only a matter of time before somebody took it?
I believe it's just a deep state. I believe that I believe that this whole thing is a what's the right word? A play, just for us to be entertained. It's like keeping the peasants entertained with Rome. Like, you don't really
I think there's too many people working on the inside that have not been like seem to be disrupted until something like Trump came along. So like RFK, like the whole HHS, people just like getting up and leaving their jobs, or people just like leaving their jobs in the federal government, or just getting fired. I feel like this is the first time this has ever happened. And I think that I just have trust in the process of these types of people coming together and being like, you know, working together every day. If something were to happen that you think there was like some sort of deep state, I could easily see someone like blowing a whistle long before now, and we haven't seen anything like that. This is just a long conspiracy that's useful.
Didn't JFK blow a whistle?
Right, with like Israel.
Yeah, as far as like, you know, not touching the wall again, his head blew off a short time later. And I believe in the speech he said he believed it is a deep state.
Like I can see that there being pockets of like bad
Like the
actors. I can see. I don't think the CIA is all bad either. They're the reason, you know, we don't have, I don't know, like child traffic rings to the level of other people do.
But they the reason that the black
I see Eric in his chat too. That's funny. Eric is over there too.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, so I don't see how we could just call these people good. The community.
I mean, it's got the same name and stuff. The United States still has the same name. We still have black slaves. Are we all bad still?
Did he say we still have black slaves?
That was in 1865, I believe, when the slaves was free. I believe the crack era was what, 40 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah, and it's still enslaving people, disproportionately black people.
Yes,
what?
It's due to the prison system. That's what I'm saying. This whole system seems to be already running. It don't seem like, I don't believe that one person could come in and throw off the whole system.
Which side is all for the prison system? Is the left or the right? Which side got funded a ton by the prison system?
Oh my God, bro! This would
also
be...
backed by the Black Caucus, and was also co-signed by the NAACP.
What was the crime bill?
Yeah.
I mean,
and Eric is talking smack on me in the other chat. He says, "Old patchy beard on the other stream is watching you to try to understand your debating tactics." Listen to this guy. And trying to understand your debating tactics. Eric is brown nosing hard. Is trying to understand your debating tactics. Trump supporters just repeat headlines, so you should be good. Dude, Eric is trolling hard, bro, and he's brown nosing. Woo! You guys can't see his chat. Look at his chat. Here's his chat. Here's his chat. Here's Eric. Here's your good boy Eric right here in our chat. Here's Eric right here. Look, right here. Look. Dang, bro. Look at that. Wow. Stabby's back. What's up, Stabby? Maybe you've been here. I didn't see you, bro. What's up? Dude, he's talking about black people are being enslaved right now. And he's saying who funds this, who's like in favor of prison systems. It's called law and order. You want people to just be out there looting and going crazy, running wild? You want to watch your back in every single corner of our country? You want to let people off with no bail? What are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about? Bro, this would be too easy. This guy looks like a little radar from MASH. Yeah, dude. Eric is on a good one tonight, bro. Eric is on a good one tonight. Yeah. So, okay. So Eric's a moron. What else? Yep. Exactly. All right. Well, I tried, and I'm not trying to do TikTok. And this would be a slam dunk, bro. This would be a slam dunk. He's, I mean,
They
dude. Anyway, it'd be fun. I'd enjoy
Oh,
it.
and Sue Barney, thank you so much for the $50, by the way. Sue, I love you so much. Hold on. Sue says, treats for pickles. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna bookmark, and then maybe one day we'll set it up, and we'll get them on. Yeah, I'm a moron because I'm not a psychopathic cult member. Actually, you're very cultish. A cult. The right is less of a cult than the left. The left, if you disagree a little bit with anyone on the left, in the Democratic leadership, they will get rid of you, or they don't want you anywhere near them. Look at Kamala. She could have won with many, many other candidates, but she chose Mr. Home Depot man from Minnesota. And so, but on the Republican side, you have actually lots of Democrats, former Democrats that are now in the Trump administration. So RFK comes to mind. Tulsi comes to mind, all prior Democrats that you guys, as soon as they disagreed with you guys a little bit on the left, you guys kicked them to the curb, and they came running over. They didn't come running over. The right side is okay with disagreeing and having people with different thoughts. I know it's a pretty crazy thing, but that's how it goes. And then you guys want to call us a cult. When you literally cancel yourselves and ruin your own chances for winning elections, right? You ruin your own chances for winning elections by doing some of the wackiest shit ever. You guys ended up you guys call us racist. Then you got so racist against Jews that you couldn't even pick the winning candidate for vice president to run with Kamala, and they probably could have won this last election. I'm talking about Shapiro. They didn't choose Shapiro. They chose someone else which Kamala Harris went in her new book and completely said all this herself. Complete disaster, complete nightmare. So anyway, there's a lot to be said, but we're gonna start with that. And we're gonna bookmark Mr. Pickles GG's. And we'll bookmark it, and we'll come back. We'll come back and see. You know what I mean? It's all good. Let's go to Pickles right here and bookmark. Let's put them right in here, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's good. Hell yeah. Now that we got that out of the way, and we found out that Eric is a
beta male.
You watching him like a petty ex-girlfriend. Random says, we never seen this guy before 15. Exactly. Democrats need safety helmets. There's a lot of Republicans who switch to Democrats too. Don't be disingenuous, Patchy Beard. Eric, you know it's not the same. You know you're more of a cult than anyone, bro. So please stop, bro. Please stop it with the. This is for you, bro.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
The current Trump administration is full of prior Democrats. Why? Because it's not a cult. And by the way, guys, the number I got on my screen, as you know, I just started the YouTube side, and we're already at 3,900. That's like 60 just from today, 70 just today. So thank you guys very much, and we're moving. That number wasn't refreshing, but now it is. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Eric, yeah, you guys are the cult. You guys literally cancel yourselves, and you ruin your own chances for elections. You did it just this last time. You literally canceled yourself because you're the cult and you're racist. That's why you didn't pick the winning VP candidate.
Beta.
Thanks, James.
Beta.
I forget about the buttons.
Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male.
Come on, Eric, you can do it.
Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male.
Yeah, blocking Eric. Eric is on that super. Eric is on that super troll status, bro. Eric is like troll nation, bro. All wrapped up into one user. Yep. Guys, sorry, I got to go back to this really quick before we move on. How are we doing here? We still this. I mean this. We're Is Miss Medication around? Guys, what did we say here? What was the number? How are we doing here, guys? How are we doing here? Yep. All right, so here we go. 8 random says 8.1. 8.1. Dude, Eric's favorite streamer just told everyone. Eric's favorite streamer just told everyone that the blacks are still being enslaved. Dude's on like there's left, so there's the center. Then there's left, then there's far left, and then there is Pickles, which is Eric's lover boy, all the way out here. He's like past. He's like over the edge. Yeah. He's like far. Arlo says I'll give her a 7.5 even though I play for the other team. Arlo, W Arlo. Arlo's in it. At least he's in it. He's in it, bro. Thank you, man. Thanks for being part of that. Pat, 7.5. All right. Here's another look. Pat, you sure, bro? 7.5? 7.5? 7.5 going once, going twice. There's a lot going on there. Bro. All right, let's go. Let's go to let's look at Devorius, see what he's got going on. Yeah, Miss Medi, bro. Miss Medi. Yeah. She's up
In
there
today's
too,
video, we have
bro.
breaking news. A
Telling
federal
ya.
judge just declined to block the president from deploying National Guard troops into Chicago. This comes as the governor and the mayor continues to fight against the president because all he wants to do is keep Chicago safe. In this video, we're going to show you what both sides are saying and then give you the bottom line.
Let's see.
First, breaking tonight, President Trump and his team are calling what's happening in Chicago, Portland, and other cities around the country protesting his immigration enforcement policy insurrection. The president says he may invoke a law. It's called the Insurrection Act that would give him even broader powers. This is one federal judge declines to block the president's deployment of National Guard troops to Illinois, and another judge blocks the move in Portland. Senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich kicks us off tonight from the North Lawn. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jillian. National Guard troops being deployed in both Chicago and Portland, Oregon are being mobilized under Title 10. That means without the approval of the state's governor, acting under federal control. But they are barred from making arrests generally or carrying out any direct law enforcement activities under posse comitatus. That is, unless the president invokes the Insurrection Act, which he said tonight is on the table.
Okay, let me make sure you guys heard exactly what I heard. A federal judge declined to block the president from deploying National Guard troops to Chicago. That makes sense to me. Why would a judge stop a president from exercising his presidential authority? I have no idea. Oh, actually,
This is what State Line was talking about earlier, right? Insurrection Act. Yes, he's got them all triggered, bro. You're right. State Line. You were right, bro. You were right, buddy. Where's our Eric? Is the official
Beta male. Beta male.
Look up the definition of a bro, Eric, please, bro. You have a lot of energy. Put the monster down. Put the Red Bulls down. Put the pipe down. You'll be all right, bro. It's all good. It's all good, man. How many other chats do you think Eric is in doing all this?
I do have an idea. It's called judicial tyranny, folks. That's exactly what's occurring in our country. And as you guys see here on the screen, the state had sued the administration after the president deployed troops to the state against governor's wishes. Goes on to say that a federal judge will not immediately block National Guard troops from being deployed after a lawsuit from that state. On Monday, troops from Texas could be deployed to Chicago on Tuesday or Wednesday, and Trump is also seeking to federalize the National Guard in Illinois. A similar effort to deploy troops to Portland was blocked by a judge in Oregon. Now, let's hear more about this entire situation as things continue to develop throughout this day. Take a look.
So to speak. President Trump not ruling out invoking the Insurrection Act, which would allow National Guard troops to carry out domestic law enforcement activities, even against the wishes of local authorities.
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary.
Right now, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker suing to stop the Guard from deploying to Chicago under more narrow orders of protecting federal property, which doesn't require the Insurrection Act. But the war of words is...
I can tell he's on his phone. Eric, do sound a bit high. Yeah. Where's state line? State line. They have no authority. I served for 10 years. I know it's constitutional or not. I know it's constitutional or not. Title 10 orders an exemption that there's currently using insurrection is the real deal. Is Trump just trolling him with that, you think? Or is he going to do that? Too much estrogen. Yeah. You won't answer any questions because you have a patchy beard. Yeah. You're just mad because we called you what you are, racist. Because you're racist, bro. You hate Jews, just like everyone in your party, but you want to call us racist, right? You're also you guys are all in a cult. Right? That's why you're projecting. That's called projection. You project when you came out and called us a cult, you were projecting your thoughts. You're the cult, and you know that. And I explained to you why. You're the cult, bro. You guys literally, any single person disagrees with you guys a little bit, and you guys are canceling each other, and you guys did all the worst things you could do in the last election cycle. You did. You really did. And you guys are run by a cult type leadership. That's why you guys wanted Joe Biden back in the White House for another 4 years. Can you imagine, guys? They were gonna give us Joe Biden, and I told you I'm gonna put that picture on my wall. I'm gonna put that here. Let's go. Trump Biden debate. Yeah, let's do it. Where is that clip? It's literally still saved at the moment that I want to put the picture on my wall. They wanted to give us Biden for another 4 years, even though all of the Democratic leadership knew Biden was incapacitated. Why? Because they're a cult. Joe Biden wasn't running anything. They were running it like a cult. They just wanted some body. They just wanted some body in the White House that barely had a heartbeat, that would do whatever they say. Now we got a president that doesn't do whatever anyone says. He does what he says. That's how that works. That's how the country's supposed to be run. Not like a cult like the Democrats. Yep. because Biden was completely sound. It was the best Biden ever, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? You try to lie to us. Biden was the best. He was in the best condition ever.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Stabby is right. Can you imagine the drug cocktail Biden would have needed to get through another term? Bro, he would, dude. You guys, we saw he never came in front of the TV and never gave. I mean, the few times he was in public when he went to, what was it, the United Nations or something, dude literally fell asleep. Do we have to do this again? Biden asleep. UN? Was that what it was? Was this, this is it, right here?
Of the Republic of Zambia.
Right here.
The movement of people, goods and services, but will also promote shared prosperity and inclusive growth across the region. Tanzania is no stranger to such aspirations, as it already links landlocked countries.
He's catching some Z's, dog. He's catching some Z's, bro. He's out cold. He is out cold. He mastered the art of like semi looking like he's awake. Kamal's word salads, James. They're the best, bro. I think there's someone has a compilation we could watch. But dude, you guys try to give us to try to tell us about cult. Look at the cult that you guys have dialed in, and I mean it's a legit cult. It's pretty good. It's a great system. You guys wanted to give us this guy. Should have put ice cream under his. State Line says that compilation I sent you, bro. Which one was it on IG? Possibly multiple pants pooping incidents. Possibly none of us know about it. You know they're not going to tell us about it, guys. You know they're not. And imagine they're calling us. Look at Eric. They think we're a cult. They don't think we're a cult. They're projecting their mentality onto us, right? They're the cult. They want to have some guy that's not even awake. Look, he's on your screen, bro, right there. Some guy that's not even awake to be the president of the United States. Why? Because they're the cult. They want just some rando that barely has a heartbeat, doesn't need much brain activity. They don't want, actually, they prefer zero brain activity because they got the auto pen. They don't need him to even think. Just have a heartbeat. Just sleep all day in the White House and we're good. Stabby is right. Confession through projection. I like that, Stabby. Confession through projection. State Line's right. He repeats the same stupid shit and we're the cult. Confession through projection. Dude, that's a good one, bro. I need to remember that one. If I forget that, can you please remind me? Yeah. He's dreaming about ice cream. He literally, damn, I want some now too. Oh man, they are the ultimate cult, bro. They really put us together. They wrapped us up and put a pretty little bow on us, and they did it for 4 years. They did it for 4 years, dude. Wow. We just sat there and took it, man. Can you believe that? He says, I got you. Yeah, please remind me, bro. That's a good one. Confession through projection. State Line, where did you set? Yep, in your DM. Okay, let me find that. Let me find that. The Kamala word salads. The Kamala word salads. Where is that one? I don't see it, bro. State lines. Oh, you're talking about Biden? No, let's do some Kamala word salads, dude. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, confession through projection. That's a good one, guys. Sean, that's a good one, dude. Yeah, I like that one. At least criticizing Kamala and her crappy answer about Israel is legit. Kamala word salad. Salads. Let's just do that. Oh, complete. Here we go. Here we go.
You know what also excites me? Among the many things, I'm excited about electric school buses. I love electric school buses. I just love them for so many reasons. Maybe because I went to school on a school bus. Hey, raise your hand if you went to school on a school bus, right? What? You know, I think
What the?
there's a duality.
What the? I need the Jesse Lee Peterson button, bro. What the?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Dude. You know what's funny is electric school buses for Uganda or some other country is what we just took out of the budget. We literally just took it out of the bill. And I think it was Senator Kennedy that said that. Where is that? That's on Instagram. That is right here. Let me pull that up because that's interesting because that's right here. Where's our boy, bro? Senator Kennedy. Long live Kennedy, bro. Long live Senator Kennedy, bro. The real G, bro. That guy's got flavor. He's got style. That was him right there, but there's another one where he really goes through it. Let's see. Where is it? Senator Kennedy. Where's the G, bro? Where is he? He's got flavor. He's got that Louisiana seasoning, dude. He's got it, bro. Where are you, buddy? Oh, here's a good. Before we go there, let me do this one.
Get rid of ICE, right? All the progressive politicians want to get rid of ICE, right? AOC, Kamala's like, oh, we're going to get rid of ICE. We got to reimagine everything. I don't get it. I like ICE. They do a job. We need them. Immigration, custom, enforcement. What's wrong with that? And I realized, I think it's the name. They don't like the name ICE. Sounds so cold, so personal. Remember Top Gun, Iceman? No one liked that guy. But I came up with a foolproof way to keep ICE. All we have to do is modify the name just a little bit. Just start it with the word national. National Immigration Custom Enforcement. Nice. Good luck at that rally, AOC, trying to abolish nice. And it would be a great recruitment tool because you would get a windbreaker that read nice agent on it. And once you got that windbreaker, you could do whatever you wanted. People would be like, what's that nice agent doing over there? Looks like he's beating on a Guatemalan grandmother. Well, obviously she did something wrong. He's a nice agent. Read the jacket. All the
He's having a manic episode, literally, dude. I told him, put the pipe down, bro. It's not having the proper effect on you. It's not, bro. It's not. So we're talking about electric buses. I'm going to bring us back because I may seem like I have ADD, but I don't. I just love to hop around. on purpose. But here is Mr. Kennedy for us right here. Let's see if he talks about the electric buses here. Right over here.
We found that under President Biden, they were spending $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. We took that out. The Congresswoman says, we're going to shut down government till you put that back in.
Sela on Instagram says, what is wrong with her? With who, Sela? You talking about Kamala? Because we'll need a whole week straight of a stream to go through all of that, bro. Oh, Sela, tell us, dude. Are you talking about Kamala?
We found $500,000 of American
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda.
Yes, see?
We found
See that? Hold on, guys. Let me, how do I back that up?
$6 million for pastry cooking class.
Hold on. Let's go back to our Kamala Harris and her electric buses.
I'm excited about electric school buses. I love electric school buses.
And then we forward to here.
We found that under President Biden, they were spending $3 million for circumcisions
I found it, bro. Look at this. How do you like this?
and vasectomies in Zambia.
Listen to the next one.
We took that out.
This one right
The
here.
Congresswoman says, we're going to shut down government till you put that back in.
Right here.
We found $500,000 of American taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda.
$500,000 for electric buses in Rwanda. And then you got Kamala.
I love electric school buses. I just love them.
In Rwanda. That's what you love. You love electric school buses in Rwanda.
Electric school buses. I love electric school buses. I just love them for so many reasons. Maybe because I went to school on a school bus. Hey, raise your hand if you went to school on a school bus, right? What?
You know, I think that there's a duality.
Stabby says, did you hear about what happened with those electric school buses? The electric buses, the program is already bankrupt and they have completed 3 buses. Oh my God, bro. And you know, if they're electric, you know, you got to be changing batteries. God knows how often. Oh man. Why don't you explain what a cult? Eric is back. Did you kick Eric or no? Oh, you kicked someone else. Why don't you explain what a cult is like? You explain your double-edged razor. I explain what a cult is like. A cult is like the Democratic Party. Look at the Democratic Party and you get a really good idea what a cult is like.
To the nature of democracy.
It's pretty easy.
When it's intact of democracy, I think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy. When it's intact.
No, I say leave him if he's doing, you know, if he's saying something he shouldn't be saying, like, you know, wishing death on people or whatever. Because I saw him say something about Trump and Charlie Kirk, so I wasn't sure if you were going to kick him or not. Yeah, because we're not trying to promote that kind of stuff. So, but we'll just keep an eye on him.
Oh, it's so strong, and this very fragile.
2 million people cross this border for the first time ever. You're confident this border's secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
What does that even mean?
People cross this border for the first time ever. You're confident this border's secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
We're too busy watching what you're doing to hear what you're saying.
Oh my God! Wow!
As we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
The bus has Wi-Fi and even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine.
We have a problem.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The challenge that we have as an administration is we got to let people know who brung it to them. That's our challenge.
Good one.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
No better word than stupid. Right? There is none.
The job of the vice president.
She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept
Eric still won't believe that Biden was asleep. Eric is in La La Land. Eric is Mr. I drink any type of Kool-Aid the Democrats will give me, man. Eric is the same as where's our favorite guy? Here's Joe. There's multiple videos of Joe sleeping in multiple places. Anywhere he went in public, he was asleep. That's why he never talked. He never talked. He never came from. Look right here. This was just this here. What is he gonna? Was this? Let me guess. This was
wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help making sure
this was AI too,
able
right?
to make every single solitary person.
For me, what gets me on this is when he starts making those little noises. Watch, see if you can hear it. It's like those kind. Ready, set, go. Watch.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
He did.
Let me guess, bro. That was AI. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay, so Eric is in La La Land, bro. To Eric, we're living in a simulation, and I am AI too. Hi, Eric. I am AI, and I'm here to tell you that all of your other AIs they are cult AIs. Your democratic AIs are all cult AIs. We are the real AI. Believe the truth. Oh, dude. It's a frozen video. Your own CNN did this. This is CNN. We watched this and it was hard to watch. I had that secondhand embarrassment for Biden. I felt bad even though I was still like, man, that's our president, bro. That's our president, bro. Oh, that was rough. That was rough.
Escalating, Pritzker painting the troops as an unconstitutional invasion and accusing the administration of inciting violence they say they need to respond to.
This escalation of violence is targeted and intentional and premeditated. Why? To create the pretext for invoking the Insurrection Act so that he can send military troops to our city.
The White House defending mobilizations in Chicago and
Yes, Stabby, you're correct. My creators were not aware of Eric's wants and needs and demands for a less patchy beard. So that is duly noted, and I will let my creators know, and we'll make the proper adjustments.
Portland, Oregon.
For more than 100 days, night after night after night, the ICE facility has been really under siege. We saw, again, a guillotine rolled out in front of this federal building.
State Line says, officially So Tired is here. Great content. I don't know who Officially So Tired is. I should check it out. Officially So Tired. Let's check it out. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let me look up Officially So Tired. Let me just do this and then go like this. Let's see. Here, guys, let's check out Officially So Tired since they're in the chat. You want me to follow? I should follow Officially So Tired. Officially So Tired, are you there? Are you there, buddy? I think he left already. Should I follow him? We'll give him a follow. We got just about the same amounts of followers. This is Officially So Tired's account. What is the name of this mountain, guys? What is the name of this mountain? It says. Eric is boring. He's still talking about Colt. He puts out great content. Let's see what people said in his comments. He said, "What is the name of this mountain right here?" And they said a Mount Pyramid Scheme. The Native American call it wouldn't want to mount. It should be Mount something more is what I would be a better. Okay. Here's one. I want a Mount Cutmore. It's got to be a more. The Widowmaker. Mount Coltmore. Mount Lysamore. Mount Bitchmore. Oh man. Name something that triggers a Democrat. Okay, so it's a lot of questions asking for people to drop comments. Name something that doesn't. They say. Love America, I think, is the biggest way to trigger a Democrat. That's probably the biggest way to the worst way. The most triggering thing for a Democrat is their own country's flag, in my opinion. Just show them the American flag. They'll completely lose it. They'll completely lose it like Eric. It's completely sideways. But Eric is doing it for the attention. And we're giving it to him. Anyway, let's keep going. Mount Trader, Tia. Yeah. All right, I followed them. I followed this guy. Officially So Tired. Maybe I'll do a collab with him sometime. See how his content performs. Let's see, his reels, they're hit or miss. See, when you have 70K, I'm going to show you guys. Okay. And this, I'm just telling you kind of what goes through my mind. And this is no bad dogs against So Tired. Everybody's different. I have a very high, just so you guys know, there's different ways of looking at Instagram accounts. I have a very high engagement rate. And it's because the reels that I create them in such a way where they get high levels of engagement. So even if I create, let's just say out of 100 reels, my 100 reels will get more engagement than 100 reels on someone else's account that they create. And a lot of times I am, as I told you guys before, because I create my own reels, I'm not reposting other people's reels, or I'm not copying them and reposting them. I originate the reels. So mine are the ones that end up getting reposted and, I just passed around the most. So I naturally get higher levels of engagement. So one way to look at how this stuff goes down, you can search, you can look up IG engagement stats. Another way, if you want to just do a quick glance, and this doesn't tell you everything, but it'll give you an idea of what I'm thinking when I look at an account. So when you have 70K, look at the followers. You got 70K followers. And if you scroll through, you'll see the ones that are pinned are 298, 387K, and 500K. But when you go to the ones that are not pinned, you go quickly down to 9K. One's got 22K, and then you got one here that's 1,000. So for an account that has 70K followers to have a reel that has 1,000 views, and then 4,000, and another one here, 1,300. So naturally, some reels will have less views, even on my account. But I have 68,000 followers, and when I have a reel that doesn't hit, it doesn't get 1,000 views. It gets like 5,000 or 4,000 or something like that if it doesn't hit. But his reels that don't hit are getting 1,000, 1,300. So that tells you the level of engagement is not the same. And so here's what I mean. Let me pull up my account. You'll see what I mean. So this is mine, right? And you can see I have 68,000, 2,000 less than him. But if you look, my pinned reels, one of them, let me go to my reels. If you look, my pinned reels have 17 million, 4 million. This is a reel that I just posted today and it didn't hit like I thought it would. It's at 3,800. So my reels that don't hit will get at least 4K views. So you could see reels here. Let me show you some more reels that hit. You could see my other reels that hit 382,000, 37,000, 1.1 million. That's collabed. 600K, that's, I think, collabed. 31K is collabed. I'll tell you the ones that aren't. So this is one that kind of hit, didn't really hit 33K. You could see here when they don't hit. Here's some that didn't hit 5K, 5K. So you see, you guys kind of get an idea what I mean. I know I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I always thought when I was looking at Instagrams, I wanted to know this stuff too. Like, what do people look at when they're looking at these accounts? So did that make sense? Why do you think this is some debate stream? All for Draft Dodger. Jesse Lee Peterson, a drunk. This guy watches Jesse Lee Peterson, a drunk who hates the skin he's in. You don't know JLP, bro. How did Joe Biden do the debate against President Trump? Not good, clown. Yep. Desperate for attention. Ask a Trump supporter if they know where Uganda is. Eric, take your meds. Yep. Yes. Okay. We don't only watch Jordan Peterson. We buy his merch. We buy his merch, bro. Check it out. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out for you. We buy his merch, bro. And Jesse Lee Peterson put a message on the back of the shirt just for Eric. That's JLP did it just for Eric right there. That's how you trigger him. Zeke is back. Zeke is back, guys. Zeke is back.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
State Line's right. State Line says he's gonna go destroy his basement now, bro. You guys got him all worked up. He's gonna go nuts. Where's that kid that went nuts with his brother? Where is that kid? Where is that kid that went crazy with his brother? Where is that kid that went crazy on the couch, on the bed? Where is it, bro? I don't know. I can't find it. That's too bad. Oh, no. I can't find it. No. Dang it. Miss Medication sent it. And now I can't find it. You know what? I might find it. Damn, Miss Medication sends a lot. This is still one of the best. This is still a good one right here. Let me pull this up.
You might not.
Oh, it's got music. Dang it.
Athletic form looks like.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Couldn't find it. All right. Oh, is this true right here? Is this right here true? NASA announces crew for one-way moon mission. Oh, man. His poor mom. No Hot Pocket will be made according to his standards now. Oh, dude. Okay. All right.
Accused my brother and I of human trafficking 3.5 years ago has just admitted to DCAW that she was paid in advance before she made the police report $100,000 to make the report, and the money came from a USAID-funded NGO designed to combat human trafficking. Why would you pay somebody before they make a police report $100,000 to combat human trafficking?
Hang on, let's play that again. Ready? Here we go.
The girl who initially accused my brother and I of human trafficking 3.5 years ago has just admitted to DCAW that she was paid in advance before she made the police report $100,000 to make the report, and the money came from a USAID-funded NGO designed to combat human trafficking. Why would you pay somebody before they make a police report $100,000 to combat human trafficking unless you were actually trying to set us up? She then admits that after she took the money, she flew here, made the police report, and after only 3 days in Romania, she was flown to the south of France. The flights, hotels, and budget for her stay there was all paid for by the same NGO. And we have the fucking paperwork. The girl who initially accused my brother and I of human trafficking 3.5 years ago has just admitted.
Interesting. Interesting. All right.
If we make guns illegal, then nobody will get shot. That's how we stopped everybody from doing drugs. Want to stop drunk drivers from killing sober drivers? Ban sober drivers. That's how gun control works. If abortion isn't murder, then why is it a double homicide when a pregnant woman is killed? So a mother can abort her baby if she doesn't want the responsibility, but a father will go to prison if he doesn't want the responsibility. Interesting. If genitals don't define gender, how does removing them affirm it? So the White House is unable to track billions of dollars sent to Ukraine, and the US Treasury is unable to track trillions of dollars in pandemic spending, yet the IRS wants to know where your $5.38 is, or you're going to jail. If we make guns illegal, then nobody will get shot. That's how we stopped everybody from doing drugs.
He's not lying. Let's look at this. Gender equality in 1917. Julie didn't get to go to university, and John didn't get to live. Dominic, I agree, man. That was pretty spot on. I saw this earlier and I was like, damn. It's pretty real. It makes you think, man, this thing right here. It makes you think. It really makes you think. Because those days there were not women in the military, right? I mean, not at least not like it is now. And then while the women are saying, well, we don't get this, we don't get that, we don't get this, it was I mean, the reality was that men were getting killed in wars. Right? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I missing something? Only medical staff and admin. Yep.
Step back, ma'am. Federal action.
It's a dog, man. Look at him.
He ain't hurting nobody. Let him go.
He's in violation of import restrictions. We have paperwork.
Paperwork? He's wearing a hat.
This is cruel.
Back up.
Uh-oh.
Step back, ma'am. Federal action.
It's a dog, man. Look at him.
He ain't hurting nobody. Let him go.
He's in violation of import restrictions. We have paperwork.
He's in violation. People who eat bacon are less likely to blow themselves up in the name of Allah. God, bro, that's so good. Oh, man. James Henry says, I love Tulsi Gabbard. James is on to something. Someone just sent something over. All right, guys. It's 9:45. I think it's time. I think it's time to call it. We did our work. We had our fun, man. That was a good time. We have our far extreme left conspiracy theorists in our chat today. Oh, he got booted. Thank you, Jen. Go, Jen. I don't know what he said, but it's all good. He was just trolling so hard. But okay, so I think we did good. We had a great night. That was a good one. Throw a ham grenade. Yeah, it's State Line. I have never heard that one, bro. That's a good one, State Line. Throw a ham grenade. Oh shit, bro. Can you imagine, bro? A ham grenade. They would lose it, bro. They would lose it. What would they do? Bro. All right, cool. Let's call it. I mean, I had some more stuff I wanted to go through. I had a bunch here that I wanted to run through.
Protecting the fundamental right to be able to protest, ensuring the maximum safety of our
injured.
Tell me how a shot with negative efficacy is saving lives and it has the worst side effect profile of any vaccine in human history. So how exactly is a vaccine with the worst side effects and negative efficacy saving lives? That's a preposterous claim. What ended the COVID pandemic was the Omicron variant that was more transmissible but less lethal.
Oh, that just makes you upset because they continue to lie about it. I mean, think about why.
It does make you upset. It makes me upset because I, unfortunately, got the vaccine. Bro, I'm so pissed. That makes me so mad. So mad. But, guys, thank you again. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go finish my dinner and get some sleep so that we can be back on tomorrow. And we're going to do our morning medication. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym after our live stream. Today I went before. Tomorrow I'm going to go after. And tomorrow is leg day, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Have a good night, guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. We got our shirts. I'm going to start shipping out the shirts and the hats pretty soon to everyone that joined. And we'll get those out to you. Miss Medication is going to do that as soon as she's back from San Jose. And we're going to do, I know, no jab. Weekend bingo. I'm so upset that I got the COVID vaccine. I'm so mad. I was traveling. I went to Italy and places where they wouldn't let you move unless you know. It was crazy. That's another discussion for another day. It's all good. We move on. Hopefully, there's no long-term side effects that come from that. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I know. I'm sorry too, buddy. Thank you. It almost killed my wife within 24 hours. Oh my goodness, bro. State Line, that's crazy, dude. Wow. Jen says we refuse getting our teen son the jab. Good. For Zeke and for Zeke and for Eric.
Beta. Man, be a alpha male, not a beta male. How did you become gay?
All right, guys. That was fun. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And I'll see you mañana.